0.
Okay, I can start at 0. So if I start at 0, then where will I go? What does he have in his account?
$20.
I can't find it on Into Math.
The lesson? Remember, you have to go to Discover to find the lesson, sweetie.
I'm on Discover.
This should be 3-1. Module 3, Lesson 1. Alright, so I'm going to put a dot at 20. Okay? Then after the original 20, what happens? He gets a part-time job, right? And how much does he get on his paycheck?
$110.
Yeah, $110. So I'm going to add 110. So that means from here I need to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. So that puts me at 130. Okay, and it's kind of hard to see, but I put a dot there, and then I'm also putting a line. Because I'm going to have to go from here to another place in a minute. And it just gets too hard if I use the same line going back and forth. Tyrone, no one can help you find it, sweetie. You have to go to Into Math.
I'm on it.
Okay, and then you have to go to the Discover. I don't know what else to tell you. So you should be here if it opens. And then you got to go to Discover, and then you click on Mod 3, and then Lesson 1 should be right there. So you can either do the interactive one, or you can do the student edition one, which is what I'm using right here. Okay, your screen may look a little bit different than mine, but that's how you would go to it. Okay, all right, so after he puts $110, then what does he do? He buys what?
A comic book for $40.
Yep, so am I adding or subtracting?
Subtracting.
Okay, so that means I'm going to go backwards. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So that means from here, I'm going to 90. All right, and then what is he buying? So if he buys the bike now, what will be in his account? Well, how much is the bike?
$80.
Yeah, $80. So I'm going to add or subtract that.
Subtract.
Yep, so subtract 80. So once again, I'm still moving this way. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And so I end up with $10. Okay? So sometimes you will see number lines with the numbers written into it. So here on the first one, we added 110. Then we subtracted 40. Then we subtracted 80 to end up at 10. So sometimes you will see the number lines written that way. Okay, so if we look at the turn and talk, it says, what happens when you subtract a greater positive number? Why is this not focusing? A greater positive number from a lesser positive number. So let's look at that. So what if I had 5 minus 7?
It becomes a negative.
Yeah. So this is one.
The one with the cave?
No, honey, it says add or subtract positive integers on a number line. It has a bicycle. You're spending too much time trying to figure it out into math. Just do it in Seesaw.
Oh, I found it.
Okay. All right. So if we go from 0 to 5, that's my first number, right? But now I want to go backwards because it's minus, and so I end up going backwards 7 places. So when I subtract, as Xander just said, if I subtract a greater positive number, I end up with a negative number. So yes, Xander, you were correct. All right? Everybody good? Any questions on this page? Nope. All right, moving on. All right, let me zoom in. All right, so now we're going to use the thermometer to answer the question. So on Monday morning, it was 35 outside. So where am I going to plot that?
Like between 30 and 40.
Yes. Give me 1 second. I had to let somebody in. So between
30.
the 30 and 40. Yep. So I'm going to plot it right here. Okay. So by the afternoon, the temperature rose to 20. So am I going up or down?
Up.
Yep. So I'm going to put up here because that's what goes here, right? And I'm going up. So if I'm at 35, 45, 55. So there is my new line. Okay, so it says, what distance will you move on the thermometer? We will go 20 and we will go up. So show the change in the temperature on the thermometer. What is the temperature Monday afternoon? Well, we already said it was 55 degrees. All right, so on D, Tuesday's high temperature was 25. So that's right here. Now the temperature dropped. So am I going up or down? Yeah. So what direction does the number line is this? This is down. So what would I end up, where would I end up at? So I'm going,
-5, I think.
yeah, -5, right? So if I'm dropping 30, this would be 10, 20, 30.
15.
Look at it again. So I'm here at 25, right? So here's 10, here's 20, here's 30. So where am I at, Isaac?
0.
No, look at it again. Where am I at?
5.
Yeah, here's 0. I'm here at -5. Okay, so the resulting temperature is -5 degrees. So it says, explain why Tuesday's temperature drop resulted in a negative number. Why did I get a negative number?
It went past 0.
Yeah, it went past 0, right? because 30, it was a bigger difference. 30 degrees was larger than 25 because, I wrote the wrong thing. 30-degree drop was larger than the 25-degree positive number. So that would have looked like this, 25 minus 30. Okay? I could have also written it this way, 25 plus a negative 30. So either one, I could have written it like that. Okay? And that resulted in negative 5. So the Turn and Talk says, is it possible to start with a positive temperature and then have a rise in temperature and end up with a negative temperature?
No.
No. Why not?
Because rising doesn't go down, it goes up.
Right.
Which means you can't get to negative.
Right. Rising, let's put is. So rising is in the positive direction, not down or negative. Yep. Absolutely. All right, I want you guys to work on 2. I want you guys to work on 2. And then I'll have a couple people share what they got. So I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to work on 2. Go ahead, Xander.
5.
Xander, go ahead.
Okay, wait, for all of them or just A?
You can do all of them. That's fine.
Okay. So the start where you put the number line is at negative 5 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
And then the distance you move up is 20.
So am I here? 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. 15.
So starting point and number line, this was what, negative 5? Yep.
And then it's 20. And then the other one is up. And then 15 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, good.
I'm just going to ask, does anyone want to do B?
You want to pass it off? Phone a friend?
No, I mean, just
-5.
Okay, Isaac helped. He said negative 5. Yep, Isaac. What do I put on the number line, Isaac? Where do I start?
Oh, on mine I can't do the number line.
Why not? Because
I
you're...
downloaded it.
Because you're what?
I downloaded it.
Oh, and you can't put a dot there. Okay, so where would I start? Somebody tell me.
You start at negative 10.
Yep. And then where did I move to?
About 1.
Yep,
or
right there.
1.9,
Yep.
whatever.
All right, what about C?
C is negative
Negative
12.
12.
Okay, what about the number line?
The number line, you start at negative 10 and you move down
and go
2.
down 2.
Okay, so here, and then 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about D?
D, Friday's lowest temp was bigger, so than the raise, so it stayed negative.
Okay.
And then
Because Friday's...
lower temp was bigger, it was more than the raise, so it stayed negative.
Yes. Exactly.
And Sundays went down from a negative number, so it went more towards the higher negatives.
Okay, Sunday
Went down from a negative number. It went down, which means it went to, should I say bigger negative numbers, or is that like -1? Would that be considered a bigger negative or lower?
It is so it's hard to say that. So it's a higher negative number. A larger negative number, I guess is what you want to say. Or we could say it's closer to 0, right? It's a negative number that is closer to 0. Does that make sense? Okay, somebody's got some heavy fingers when they're typing.
I think that's Isaac.
Isaac, is that you? You got some heavy fingers. I can hear you typing. Okay, so Sunday went down from a negative, and it stayed a negative number, right? So it stayed a negative. Okay, awesome. All right, so it says, can you predict whether the sum of a positive and a negative number will be positive or negative by comparing the two numbers? So if I had 5 plus -4, or if I had -5 plus 4, how can we predict what's going to be a negative or a positive without even using a number line?
We just see which one is bigger. Like the number, just don't pay attention to the symbols.
There you go. So basically the rule is, if you have addition and subtraction, or actually it's not subtraction, it's negative, right? Actually, let me change all this. It should say have a positive and a negative number. You subtract.
I'm finished.
Okay. You subtract the two numbers. And then you use the larger number. So meaning if I take the absolute value of each of these, whatever the larger number is, that's the sign I'm going to use. Okay, so use sign of larger number. So on this one, 5 is larger and it's positive, so this would result in 1. This one, 5 is still larger, but it's negative, so that results in -1. So that is the rule for when you add two integers with opposite signs. Okay? Questions on that page? No? All right. So, number 3. I want you guys to work on that one. 5 minutes.
Miss Lavelle,
I
can
heard
you
you.
log off?
Yes, I heard you, Lauren.
Okay. Bye, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I already did 3.
Okay, well, some people might not have. So would you like to walk us through 3 since you already finished it?
Me too.
Was that a yes, Fox?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so go ahead and walk me through it then. What is the starting balance?
Your starting balance is 60, and so you mark that on the number line.
Okay, got it.
And so she earns 25 by babysitting on Tuesday.
Okay, so where does that move me to?
Add 25 more, the 60.
So where would that put me at on my number line?
85. In between 80 and 90.
Okay.
And then Jane receives 20 20 more on Friday for her weekly allowance. And so, you add another 20 and make it 105.
Okay, so 105, so that's here, right?
Then she spent $10 at the football game, and so she has 95
Okay,
left.
so that's going to put me here, right? So that would be minus 10. Let me put that in there. Can someone mute their microphone besides Fox, please? Isaac, mute your microphone, please. Hold on, I gotta mute his mic. Okay. Alright, Fox, continue.
But now she has 95. And so when she tries to get a tablet for 100, can you move the camera down a little bit? Alright.
Is that what you needed, or you needed this?
Because the tablet costs $100.
Yep.
And since she only has 95, she only needs 5 more for the new tablet, but she can't get it.
Right, so that means I gotta go all the way down here, right? So minus 100, and it puts me at negative 5. So will she have enough money? No. And just like Fox says, she needs 5 more dollars. Okay. Alright, so check for understanding. That is yours. I'm going to, once again, let me give you about 2 minutes. It shouldn't take you very long. And then move on to the on your own. So you'll have the rest of today and tomorrow to work on the on your own. I will also post your test grades by the last 5 of your student number for tomorrow, and then I'll upload the test corrections form. When you complete the test correction form, you will upload that form where your test grade is. Okay? And I hope some of you take a little bit more advantage of this test correction, because I think only 2 of you did the last text corrections. Okay? Alright, so about 2 minutes, and then I'll give you the answers, or have somebody else give you the answers for the check understanding. Okay? Alright, Gianni, bye. See you tomorrow. Yes, Quang. Okay, I'm going to attempt to take attendance.
Done.
Okay. Give everybody a few more minutes, Isaac, okay? And then just move on to the on your own. So however you want to do it. Into math or seesaw, move on. Don't wait for me.
You said all the problems, right? For all the
Yeah, since you have today and tomorrow to work on it, yeah.
Isn't the on your own 2 questions?
No, the check for understanding is 2 questions. The on your own is 3.
Oh, I got mixed up.
Yeah, 3 through like 14. Get it right, and then move on to that on your own. Okay? Once again,
I
you will.
sent you my check understandings in the collaboration center, and I finished on your own.
Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Miss Lavelle.
Okay, bye-bye.